paints today is called rock painting. I really don't have a name for it except I call it rock painting because that's what we've done. We've got 3 mountain scenes and 1 beach scene. The paints that I will be using are black, chrome oxide green, crisp blue, ocean green, blue metallic, permanent red, yellow deep, burnt sienna, light gray, olive green, white, light magenta, and viridian. The brushes that I used are a number 6 bristle brush, a number 4 Filbert, it's a Princeton soft touch, a number 10 flat, a 10/0 liner brush, and a number 4 Filbert, which is the master touch. And you'll also need some Mod Podge. So in this video, my canvas is some rocks. I have never painted rocks, but I have some ornament holders for my ornaments, and they keep, when the wind comes along, it blows them, so I put rocks on them, and I like to put some pretty rocks up there. So I'm going to paint some designs on this today, and I thought I would show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, so just like every other surface, I use gesso, and it's hard to see it. I've got some gesso here. I'm going to use my number 10 Filbert, flat, and I'm just going to put on, try to make it in a circle. I don't want to paint the whole canvas, the whole rock. I just want to paint some of it. And I know it's harder to see because it is white and the rock is light colored. But we're just gonna, I'm gonna put a coat on, let it dry, and then I'm probably going to put another coat. And so I can come up a little further if I want. And that's that one. Now, I'm not going to probably show you all the rest of them. I'm just going to go ahead and do them. Okay, I'm back and they're dry. And I'm going to decide what colors I want to use. So I think on this one, I'm going to use my ocean green. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here on it. Not much. I'm coming back with my flat 10, and I'm just going to go around this white if I can. I got the edges done, and I'm just coming in here and smoothing this out now. It's just got to come to a dry. It's got to come to a dry. It's got to dry. I have a crisp blue here. This is just from the craft section at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to shake it really good. And I'm going to just squirt some of this on here. I may have to come back if I don't have enough. And I'm just going to do this one blue. Okay, so this is a viridian, and I'm going to do this rock with it. It's a little, I think it's a little darker than the ocean green. And so I'm just going to put a little bit up here. I really tend to like this color when it comes to the ornaments that I paint. I just like this color. You see a, let me get this back here, you can definitely see a difference in the sea green and the viridian. There's a big difference there. I think I'm going to do one pink. I have some pink over here on my palette, and that's why I was trying to use it up. But I don't think that's going to, well, we'll see. We'll see if it works or not. Just don't want to get it too wet. It just runs off the rock and messes the rock up. And this rock is broken a little bit, so that's why I've kind of gone off the edge over there. There is our 4 colors. So those have got to dry. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of burnt sienna, and I'm going to grab my number 4 Filbert, my small one, and I'm going to come in here and put me a cabin right along in here. I'm going to mix some of this white and some of this burnt sienna together. And I'm just going to make like a little A frame. And then I'm going to pull my line, and then I'm just going to go part of an A. And that's all I'm going to be doing there. And then I'm just going to bring this down and close it off. And there's, put a little chimney. And then we're just putting our cabin on here. Okay, so that's the start of our cabin. Alright, now I have my Master Blend number 4 Filbert, and it's a little bigger, and that's what I want. I have some green Oxide Green on my palette, and so I'm just going to put some on my brush, and then I'm just going to draw me some trees. I'm coming down. I'm going to have some snow, but right now we're just going to do this. And then I'm just going to tap that lightly. Try not to touch my cabin. And then I'm going to do another one right beside it, a little smaller one. And I'm just tapping. I think I'm going to use my cobalt blue on this one. I'm going to use my number 4, my small number 4 Filbert, and I'm just going to grab some of this cobalt blue, and I'm going to come in and make me a mountain. And that's okay that I'm just bringing some of this blue down because we're going to have snow. And that's kind of where I want my snow to go. Keep on, my mountain keeps growing. Okay, I'm just filling in with some blue, and I'm not trying to kill all of it because I'm going to put some white on top of that. Alright, so I'm still going to use this cobalt blue, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come in and make me a mountain. And another little mountain. And I'm just going to fill them in. If I want, I think this one needs to be a little bit taller. And then I'm just going to bring some of this cobalt blue down under here because we're going to use it as snow. And I'm just kind of I'm thinking about doing a little river over here, so that's where we're at on this one. Just bringing that out. I had these rocks a couple years, and got them last year, I think, or year before last, to put on tablecloths to hold the tablecloths down for the bakery. And because for you that didn't know, I have another channel called just Shumpert. That's kind of that's where it all started. And I went from there to painting. Okay, I could put a beach scene on this one, and I think I will. I think I'm going to come in here. I'm going to use my cobalt blue. I've got another one here that is the blue metallic that I got from the craft thing. I haven't got too much of it. It just poured all over the lid. I don't need much. Just made a mess for me. That's okay. I'm going to pick up that metallic blue and the cobalt blue together. And I'm just going to come across here and make me some water. Okay, so that's the start of our water. I just want to put some more of this metallic in there. I can. Just kind of make it like a two-tone blue. While I'm here, I'm going to use my 10/0 liner brush and wet it just a little bit, and I'm going to pick up some black. And I'm going to come in and put me some little mountains in the back. So all I'm doing is going up and over. And then we'll come over here and put some more. You can make them as small as you want. You can make them as pointed as you want. It's up to you. And that's what it looks like so far. It's just to paint a little bit, dry a little bit. Paint a little bit, let it dry a little bit. And so that's really where we're at, is just trying to let things paint and dry. Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to dip it in some white and some of that metallic blue, just a little bit. Got too much on my finger, I think. I'm going to grab a little more white. And I'm going to come up here and put me a moon. Just like that. That's all I'm going to do for my moon. And then I can grab I use my small liner brush, and I'm just going to put a few stars in the sky. Well, this one is dry. So what I'm going to do is pick up my number 4, and I'm going to grab some of this white, just a little bit. And I'm going to come along and decide where I want to put some snow on the side. There we go. Okay, and there's the snow on our mountain. And so I'm here. Got some of that blue in there with that white, and I'm just going to stir it up, and we're going to use it. Just come down to the bottom of our mountain, and we're just kind of filling in with some snow here. You can still see some of that blue under there, and that's perfectly fine because it's snow. And I'm just going to come up in here and here. There we go. And there. If I want to bring some more of this up in here, I will. Okay, so we got our mountains there. Wash my brush off, and then I'm going to pick up some more of my white, and I'm just coming over and bringing it down. And that's the same thing I'm going to do right here, just bring it down. I'm trying to make it where y'all can see it. Okay, and now just kind of rubbing it on there. Okay. While I'm here and I got my fingers, all fingers are accounted for, thank the Lord. I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to pick up some white, and I'm going to come right in here. I don't want that much. And just put me a little moon there. And then I'm going to come right over here and put me a little moon right here. Okay. I'm going to use some warm gray with my burnt sienna. I'm just going to use my number 4 Filbert, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit of my burnt sienna and a little bit of my warm gray, and then I'm just going to come down here and make my beach. And if I want to just pick up some more of the lighter color, we can add a little white in here if we want to, just to give us some different colors in our sand. It looks like I'm getting rid of that base color, but that's okay because you gotta have something in case you have to. If I didn't cover it up, I would have needed something there, so it works out just fine. More down here. I'm going to grab some white. I'm going to use a moon. I'm just going to try to put me right over here. I'm going to put me a little tiny moon. You can see, I didn't even do a whole full moon. Can you see it? I did a little like a little crescent, so not a lot of detail to it. I can put just a couple of little star or two in there if I want to. So that's all I'm going to do to that. Now, I am going to use my black again with this liner brush, and let's see. I'm going to try to bring that down some. Okay, that should have probably done that to start off with, but I'm going to put a little dot right here in the corner, and then I'm going to lay my finger down. Going to get that water off, and I'm just going to bring a little bird right in there. So I think what I'm going to do is do another, probably, I like them either 1 or 3, so put another little dot, and then we'll put another one right here. And we have our three little birds. Okay, so at this point, that's got to dry so we can do our next step. I'm going to use my liner brush, and I'm going to come into just my burnt sienna, and I'm going to put me some lines in my chimney, and then I'm coming down here, and just put some lines in my cabin. Then right where I would want my roof line, I'm just putting some more lines. Okay, so that's the way the cabin is looking right now. So while I've got that, I'm just going to use my liner brush. I've washed it. I'm going to pick up some of this white, and I don't do fancy, I just do a little zigzag for my chimney, and that's all I need. I'm going to go back to my master blend number 4, and I'm going to pick up some white, and then I'm going to start laying some white down on my trees here. And we're just putting some snow on. Okay, and we'll do the other one. And you have to tap real. I'm doing this very lightly, I'll tell you. Okay, and I'm just going to bring my snow under here. Coming right under the house. I said right under the chimney. Listen at me. I'm going to bring some more snow in there, but that's not what I want. I don't want to get rid of all my blue, so I'm just doing some of it. So we're going to come back in here with another cabin. Pick up our number 4. I'm picking up brown and white. I'm sorry, burnt sienna and white. And I'm going to just come right in here and make me a little tiny cabin. And you can see how easy it is just to put it down. Okay. I think I'll make a barn. So I'm just going to pick up the burnt sienna on this one. And I'm just going to come right here, do a small little barn. I just brought it down a little bit so it's okay. Because we're going to put some red on this one. Okay. Alright, here goes this one. White and burnt sienna. And I'm just going to come right here. Just build me a house. And I imagine there's a lot of people out there that wish it was that easy to build a house. And we'll do the same thing. I'm just picking up the rust this time, and we're just going to put us a little barn back here. Our little scenes on our rocks are taking place, as you can see. I love mountain scenes and cabin scenes, but I did venture to do one of the beach scenes. I'll get it out in a minute. Beach scenes. Okay, so I am coming back in here. I'm going to move my little rocks out the way. I'm trying to keep it close so y'all can see me. I'm going to pick up white, and I want to do this small. So let's see. Got some white where I didn't want it. Okay. I'm going to come right along in here and make me, I want it to be a little bit wider at the base than I do at the top. So that's why. It's not going to be a big difference, but it can be a little bit wider at the bottom. Okay. That's the start of our little lighthouse. Alright, now lay my pinky down on this thing, hoping it's not wet somewhere, and I'm going to make my little, start making my little top. And then I'm just going to make it have a little top on it. Might have made that too big, but that's okay. There we go. So that's our little lighthouse. And I can do a lighthouse, but I think, yeah, I'm going to do a little house with it. So I'm just going to come right down over here, make my little A-frame, make my little line, and make part of the A-frame. Bring my little house down just a little bit. It's tiny. And that's all we need. Got my number 10/0 liner, my black, and I'm just gonna. I've got too much black. I think I need to water it down a little bit. It's been on my palette for a few days. Okay, so I'm just gonna come right in here, and I'm just gonna come up, and I'm just flicking out. And there is the start of our little tree. And I did kind of go off, so I'm not really worried about that. I went off my painting onto the rock perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm back with my beach scene. I've got some green Oxide Green, and I'm just going to come in here and start. I don't want to cover up all my black, but I'm going to put a good bit of this on. And now I've washed my brush. I didn't have to wash it, I don't know why I was thinking, but I'm picking up some light olive green, and I'm just coming in with little flickers of that. If you can see, I'm just putting in a little. And if I want to come back with some more green or black, Oxide Green, and I can do that. I just like to get some colors on there and make it look three-dimensional if I can. Okay. And so there's our little palm tree. I'm actually going to take some red, and I'm going to come in here on top of my lighthouse. And I'm going to put the red top on. I like the red because to me it just pops. It just makes it brighter. And so I'm going to come back under here. And I'm going to come right along here. I'm just going to make some little... Oops. Felt like my little house was wet over there. And we'll put us a door right along in here. I know I'm having to slant it so I can see it, so I'm hoping I'm not slanting it so much that y'all can't see it. And if you give it a little, I've done that one more so than I did that one, but it makes the building look a little, makes it look rounder. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm just going to use this red, and I'm got too much on my brush, and I'm going to come down to my little house, and I'm going to put me a roof on. I didn't put a chimney on this house, so I'll probably go back and do that, because it gets cold down at the water too. I'm making my roof grow a little bit. Okay,
And I'm going to put a little red door right there. I'm going to use my little liner brush, and I'm going to try to make a chimney right here. And if we want to, we could just bring this out. Have a little fire in our thingamajiggy. I'm going to put a little white here on top, here where the red is, and here where the red, and then give a doorknob on both doors. And then I'm just going to put a little, I'm making shadows is what I'm doing. Giving it some highlight. Okay. I'm still going to use some more of this white, and I'm going to come up in here with this tree. I'm going to wipe it off because I don't want a ton of it. And I'm just going to give a little highlight here and there. And if I see that I don't like that, all I can do is pick up a little bit of this olive green and come back over it, and that just gives it a little lighter color. Okay. And so there is our little palm tree. And I'm going to grab some black on my liner brush, and I'm going to come in here and very gently try to put me an angle on this house. I'm going to come under here to give it some shadows, and then I'm just going to bring this down. It's hard to see when I take it too low, isn't it? Okay. And then I'm just going to outline my chimney here and let that dry. I am going to dry my brush. I am going to let that dry, but I'm going to pick up some of this red, and I'm going to go ahead and put me a door here. Oh, my door just got bigger. It's okay. I'm having to go in there with a little bit more because you can see the lines with the red. There we go. Back to this one. I'm just going to pick up my burnt sienna, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to start giving myself some little cabin lines. And it doesn't matter for me for that. I'm going to wash that brush. I'm going to pick up my permanent red. I think I might have got too much on my brush. That's okay. I'm just going to paint my barn here. Okay. Because I like a little red barn. I like the cabin, and I like a little red barn. And I'm just going to pick up some white. Not much. And I'm just going to come along here and make me a little fire coming out that chimney. I'm coming up with the burnt sienna again, and I'm going to come across my chimney with some little lines, and then I'm just going to come around the house. There we go. Then again, I'm just going to pick up my red, and I'm going to come in here to my barn. And I like it over that, I got it darker here, but that's okay because that other one was lighter. I still like the brown under it. Just gives it some character. Okay, so there's our barn. I'll pick up the white again, and again I'm just going to put a little. It didn't take as good, did it? There we go. And I think I'm going to put a few stars in up here in both of these. So let's see if we can just get a few stars. Okay, and then we'll come back right here and do a few here too. Alright, I'm going to pick up my black and I'm rolling it, and I'm going to come in here and just go around my chimney and outline the house part itself. Okay. And I can, if I have to come back, I can, because I'll have to put some snow on top. Since I have black and I'm right here, I'm going to come in and wet my black down a little bit with a little water, and I'm going to roll my brush, and then I'm going to start trying to outline my lighthouse here. Well, I don't want to do it yet. I'm just going to put my little line, my little walkway here. We can do the bottom. I'm just outlining it. So we still got to put windows and stuff in it too. Okay, so that's the start of it. I hope I wasn't too far down. I have a tendency to want to bring it down for me. Let's see if I can get it there. That way, maybe if I'm working, it won't be bothering y'all as much. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here and just do this, outline this. Okay, and then I'm going to so lightly try to outline my house here. Okay, so we can still come in with some windows and stuff. So I've got this one back. I have some yellow deep on my palette now that I'm going to be using to try to, and I'm going to add a little white to it because that makes it a little easier to not see through it so much. So I'm rolling my brush in it. I'm going to come in here and put me a window in here. A window up here. And then we'll put some windows in here. Okay, I've washed my brush and I'm just going to pick up some white. If I can get just the white. And I'm going to come across here. And I'm just putting on some snow. We're going to put some right above our top of the chimney. And then we're going to... And I'm just putting snow on. I'm going to pick up my snow here. And I'm going to come across my little chimney. Put some up there. And then just come across my chimney with it. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing for our little barn. Just come down. And there we go. See, that's really simple, isn't it, y'all? Now, I know there's a lot better painters out there, and they can make things a lot more complicated looking than I can. But if you want to paint and you just want to do something that you enjoy, you can do it, and you can do it simply. And that's pretty well where I'm at, is just doing it simply. Okay, I'm washing my brush. I'm going to pick up just a little bit of that red, and I'm going to come over here and give myself a door to my cabin. It doesn't have to be very big. And while I've got my red on my brush, I'm going to pick up this one and do the same thing. Just put a little door here. He might need to be a little bit bigger because he's a little bit bigger cabin than that one. But there we go. And I'm going to come down here. I said I was going to do that. Just to get another coat of red on here. It's fine with me. Let's grab back at this one, and we're going to come back to our yellow, and we're going to try to put in some windows here. I'll put a little window there, one there, and these are not going to be those that I'm going to put. I'm just going to do the best I can with closing them in. Okay, there we go. Again, here we are with our yellow. Let's put a window here. I'll put a window up here. And then we're going to get some here on these sides. So we got that. And we're back to this one. Alright, so we're going to pick up our yellow and our yellow deep and white that I mixed together. And I'm going to come along in here and also lightly, gently try to close in some of this, not all of this, y'all. There we go. And then we'll put a window down here. And we'll put one right up here. Okay, now it's tiny, so I'm going to try it. Just putting a little window here and a little window there, because yeah, I told you it's tiny. We'll do the best we can with trying to fix them. I'm coming back with this one with some white. And I'm just going to go up here, around. I put a little bit on the chimney. And then we're just going around on top. Doesn't have to look. It's old, y'all. It's old. It's old. Old house and an old barn. That's all we want it to look like. Okay. Alright, I've washed my brush. I've got my eyeliner brush still. I'm going to come back to this one. And I'm going to pick up some black and roll my brush in the black. And then I'm going to try to come around my doors and my windows. So lightly. There we go. Like I said, these are bigger windows on this one, so I can do them a little easier. I'm talking windows, and then I stick my brush, my black brush, into yellow paint. So I had to wash my brush. Alright, so we're back. There we go. Okay, let's come back to this one, and we're going to go ahead and do our black again. I have a tendency to wash my brush a lot, but you never know when you're going to need for a different color. And I'm just going to put a little line. There we go. Okay. Now, can you see? I'm trying to make sure. Can you? Whoops. Can you see that tiny little house with those tiny little windows that I got to try to use this little tiny? I got to find it. This little tiny brush on. So sometimes it's hard to do with the camera, isn't it? All right. Let me see. I'm gonna put this thing down and I'm gonna hold my breath. Literally, I held my breath. Okay, so that is the, that's that. Now, I'm going to grab some of my burnt sienna. Yep, I had to think about it for a minute. And I'm just going to put a little walkway here and here. And then, I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to pick up a number 6 bristle. I'm going to pick up some of my green oxidine, chrome oxidine green, and I'm going to come in and tap a little green on my in here. There we go. So all that has got to be there we go. Now, while I got a dirty brush, I'm just going to pick up some of this light olive green and I'm going to tap in on top of it. Okay. And I'm going to take a little bit of that white and a little bit of that olive green, if I can get it. And I'm going to come in here and just tap a little bit on that. And I'm not through yet because I'm coming back with some more olive green. So I'm going to wipe that brush off, try to get a lot of that white off, come back with my olive, just my olive green, and I'm going to come in and touch up my, there we go, just touch up over my white. I'm going to pick up the burnt sienna and white again. And I have some warm gray on my brush, but we'll see how it does. I'm going to make me a little fence right here. And I think I'm going to just use a burnt sienna, y'all. More so than anything. And I'm just going to put 5 little posts there. Come across. And I'll wash my brush. And I'm going to probably pick up just some white for some highlights. Okay, so we're just going to come across oh so lightly. And now we have our fence. So now I can bring these little posts down. And this is where we're going to make our Christmas scene at. We're going to put, we'll decorate that. I'm going to come back in here with some white. I may have to get some more white. Getting all kind of colors in it. And I'm going to just put me a door frame right here. It's cold in the barn. So I'm just putting, I'm going to put a little window there. If we got animals in that barn, they need the door shut because it's cold outside. I'm picking up some more white, and I'm just going to put some little window frames in here. And now that's the barn. Okay, so we can come up. I'm going to move that over. I'm going to come and do the same thing to this one. Except this one is tinier, so I'm going to have to hold my breath more. Let's just put our little, I probably won't, well, we'll see. I did get an X in there. Okay, you can tell it's an old barn. Look at the windows. They're kind of, my daddy had barns like that. They would sag, and I think eventually some of them has torn down over the years since he's been gone. But they didn't fall like that, I don't think, too much when he was alive. I guess because he wound up, I don't know, might take better care of them. Alright, so I'm just putting, I've got a little dot of white paint, and I'm just coming on here and putting doorknobs on my other 3 cabins. Because I got, you didn't see that, but I put doorknobs. I already had them on those. So, okay. We're coming back in here with black. Roll my brush. And I'm coming in here to do some highlighting. So some shadows. Oh, that's too big. That's okay. It is what it is. Well, it makes it pop, doesn't it? Alright, let's do the little house. I'm trying to do small. Okay. Again, I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to come in here and hold my breath. Because these are so tiny. I'm not putting window paint on. I'm not putting window paint on that one. Make it look like. I think I can. I think I can. I did. Okay, so there's that one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my larger brush again, and I'm going to grab some of my, I wet it a little bit to try to get some of this green to be a little more pliable. It's I'm just going to make a little tree right along in here. I just might have to get more paint on my brush. So I think I have it too wet to do. Alright, I put that on there, but it was too watery, so I'm coming back in here with some that's not so watery. And just trying to tap it in. Okay, and then we'll put another one right here. And tap it in. Okay, can you see the little Christmas trees? The little cedar trees is what they are. Let's put one back here behind the barn. I think I might have got him too big. Just make him a little bit of, there we go. And then we're going to leave this space here for a fence. I know I usually like to put 3. Well, I have 3 trees, so that's the way it's the cookies crumbling on this one. Actually, I might just come right along in here. Not trying to hit it so hard, but I did mash a little too hard, but that's okay. I'm just doing this lightly. Okay, and then we've got another tree here. So that gives us 4 trees. What I'm going to do is take my liner brush and this blue metallic, I'm going to use a little bit of it just to give me a little walkway out of my barn and cabin. And that's all I need. Alright, let's come back to this. I'm using the blue metallic, and I'm just going to make us a little walkway right in here. And then You can always just put a little shadows under there, which is really pretty. Just gives it a little more. Okay. I'm going to try my smaller liner brush because that one, I don't know, that one just seems like it's overpowering. So I'm using my small. This is a Princeton Velvet Touch number 4 Filbert, and it's smaller than the Master Blend. Alright, so I'm just grabbing some more oxide green, chrome oxide green, and I'm bringing me a tree down right here. Okay, and all I'm doing is just tapping, bringing it down and tapping. If I want it darker, you got to bring it darker. Okay, so do I just want the one tree or do I want another tree? I think I'm about putting some bushes under there, so I'm just going to use my Filbert and I'm just going to tap some instead of pulling out the other brush. I'm just going to put in some chrome oxide green, and then I'm going to bring in a little bit of the light olive green, and that's just going. You can just bring in a little green here and there if we want to, and we can always add a little more snow over it. I am back to this one. I am using my liner brush and the chrome oxide green. It would be easier just to call it sap green, but this company that I'm using, which is the Master's Touch, calls it chrome oxide green. But it's the same thing. Alright, I'm just going to bring in some, as you can tell, I'm just bringing in some garland. Okay, and what I want to do, I'll rinse my brush. I'm going to pick up my little warm gray, and I'm just going to come under here and just tap a little bit right at where my fence line is, so it just kind of blends in into the ground. It didn't just stop, it's been put into the ground. Let's get this one and get to I needed to get a little black right under here. Okay, and then I'm coming around the doors and stuff, so again I'm just gonna go slow. I'm going to again use just a little Filbert brush, and I'm going to pick up the chrome oxide green, and I'm going to bring in a tree right along in here, and I'm going to just tap it in. And then we'll do another one back here that's smaller, and we'll just tap. And I know it's got a lot of branches, that's okay. And then I'm just going to bring in some little foliage in here. It's okay with me. And then let's do some around the barn. And we're going to put another tree back in here. So let's just go right along in here. And then we can, like, it's almost too much water on my brush. And I don't think I have any water on the brush. Okay, so let's do another one right here, because I'm not going to put a fence in this one. So let's just grab us some more green in here, and just tap it in. So yep, we got 4 trees in this one. That's okay. I like the little cutting scenes like that. So we'll could actually put another one there if we wanted to. Then we'd have 5. So let's go ahead and do that. Just to see how it looks. We'll put one right in front of the window. Yep. There we go. I'm going to pick up some white on my number 4 Filbert brush, and I'm just going to, lightly try to tap this in some, just to put us some snow in here. Just kind of, there we go. And then where I touch with green, I'm not killing all that green, I'm just touching it. And that way we'll have some more shade colors over there. Alright, I'm going to come back up here on this little brush, on this little tree, and I'm going to tap. And I'm going to try to tap in snow. Oh, so lightly. Now, you know what I gotta do. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't gotta do it. I guess I don't gotta do it, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm probably not gonna sign my whole name on this one. I'm probably just gonna put a J. Let's see if I can get it. No, I can sign my whole name. Yep, I don't have a big name, y'all. Well, I do have a bigger name, but I go by Jan, so that one's done. Woohoo! Now, the only thing is, I'll have to seal it, but once these dry, I'll show you how I do that too. Alright, so we're coming back to our ocean scene, and we're going to actually grab a little white. Get a piece of plastic. Okay, I'm going to grab a little white here, and I'm going to come right at the edge of my rocks and just put a little bit of some riffles. Because we can actually put a little bit here if we want to. There we go, see? Just a little water out there. Makes it look like it's doing something big and important. It's ever moving. Alright, so I'm going to pick up my red, and I'm just going to put some little ornaments on it, and that gives us some color to our Christmas design. We're finished with this one, so I need to put my name on this one too. So I'm going to grab some black, and I'm going to come right over here in this corner. I'm going to roll that one better, and I'm going to sign my name. Okay. And there is rock number 2. I know this one is still drying, but I want to pick up some more of that metallic blue and just come in here and give us a little walkway. And again, I like that blue under there, so I don't mind giving it a little blue in the snow, because I think it's pretty. So a lot of times I like it under the trees, so you get that shadow effect under your trees. I've got my little Filbert brush, and I've got my little trees here that I need to give them a little loving. So I'm just going to come in and start tapping some snow. And I'm just going to come right into here and put some snow down. There we go. And where I said I had that too big, I'm just going to bring in a little more snow. There we go. And nobody's got to know it but you and me, right? And we took care of it. Now, I am going to bring in, I'm not bringing in bushes right in here, so I'm going to bring in some snow. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these little trees snowed up. And I'm just tapping oh so lightly, just putting some snow down. Okay. And then our last little tree here. He's a tiny little feller, so we got to try to get some snow on him. There we go. And then I'm just, again, I'm going to use this. First I'm going to bring some more of that snow. I said I was going to do that. But I'm going to bring a little more snow and bank it up on the house right here. I like for it to bank up. Okay. And then I'm going to use my liner brush with my metallic blue. And I'm just going to come right under here and give this a little, and if that's too much, I can just pick up a little white, and there we go. And I'm happy with that. So again, a little metallic just coming in here under the snow. I like it. There we go. Okay, now we have one other thing we're going to do with this one, so we're not done with it yet. I'm going to pick up my burnt sienna and my warm gray together, and I'm going to make me a fence here. So I'm just going to come in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I want it a little darker. 6, 7, 8. I'm putting that fence in front of that, in front of it. I like that. And then we'll just run our little fence across here. Now this, I've got to probably turn this thing sideways just so I can work with it. All right. Alright, so we're just putting in this line. I can bring my post up just a little bit right in here. Okay. We're back with this one. I've got number 4 Filbert brush. I'll get it out in a minute. Alright, I am going to pick up some of my light olive green, and I'm just going to tap that in certain spots. I don't want it on my trees. I just want it on that foliage mixture down there I put in. I'm going to start bringing in the white and tapping in the trees. Put some snow in our trees. Okay, so that's one, and I'm just going to put a little snow here on that, and I'm hoping to put a little snow in here. Just tapping, that's all I'm doing, just tapping. Try not to cover everything up, but I did get a good bit covered up. Same right in here. But it's snow, it's winter time. It's going to get covered up. Alright, so we're going to do these trees. And I'm going to pick up some of that black again, roll my brush, and I'm going to come right over here and put my name. Okay. So here are my rocks. I thought I was going to put a fence here, but I never did put the fence there. But I'm okay with that. I like it the way it looks, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then I have the little mountain scene on the pink one with the little fence and barn. I have a lighthouse with a little house, and then I have another mountain scene with lots of trees coming around it, so it can be nestled in the woods and enjoying yourself on a cold winter Christmassy night. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of painting rocks. I've never done that before, and that was kind of fun, and I had planned on doing it, but I never dreamed about doing it for with mountain scenes and stuff, so, and the beach scene. So I like them. I'm going to finish them off, and I will show you how I finish them off. So alright, I got some Mod Podge here, and that's what I'm going to use to cover up my rocks. I could also put glitter on there if I wanted to, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. So I'm just going to come around and seal this right where I painted it. There's the first one. And there's my fourth one. As you can tell, they start out a little cloudy, and as it dries, it dries clear, so that's a good thing. So I don't have a name for this one, it's just painting rocks. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you pick up a paintbrush and get to painting and love it as much as I do. Y'all take care, and God bless.